Hi, everyone. Bill Rentschler in the 1011 Now streaming studio. It's the last Thursday of the month, and that means we get to hang out with LTU Director Liz Elliott in the 1011 Now streaming studio, kind of have a chit-chat, figure out what's the latest and the greatest going on at Lincoln Transportation and Utilities. How have you been? It was actually early April the last time we talked to you.
We've made it through snow. We've
did.
made it through pothole season, and
Yep.
now we are entering into construction season.
Ugh.
So my favorite time of year. Happy to be here and talk a little bit more about it.
We did do okay with the snow. I think I
did.
can safely say that there's no more snow in our foreseeable future. we did okay on the potholes, and then it kind of seems like we blinked, and then there was road cones kind of everywhere and road closures, but it's
Right.
that time of year for you guys.
It is. Love it or hate them. It means progress. It means that street is going to be smooth, fabulous, and safe to drive on. So there is a lot of work going on out there, and we encourage everyone to check out our either the Waze app or our projects map, which I'm showing here. It really will help you get around and know where all those orange cones are.
I think a lot of folks, I'm guilty probably, just are so programmed to use Google Maps, but you guys are connected with the Waze app. It has all the closures in there.
It is. That Waze is one of sources. For some reason, Google not so much, that we can actually give them all of our road closures and
Okay.
constructions to really keep people updated and travel safely through town.
There we go. And again, it kind of changes day to day, week to week, so this is an excellent resource for folks at home to be like, okay, do I need to continue with my detour, or can I take my main route now?
It does. It is definitely worth checking every day because we do have new projects starting. We have other projects coming to a close. And every now and then we have surprises that we also have to take care of throughout town. So it does change daily.
Like you said, until we get the magic fairy dust where we can just sprinkle it on the street and it fixes itself.
As soon as that magic dust is there, I am the first one to buy in. So let me know if you
Replacing
find it.
a really big order. So it's a road kind of construction season, but it's also Public Works Week. We just talked. I didn't even get the first one. Public Works Week. People Purpose Presence. You guys celebrated this last week.
We did. Last week was National Public Works Week, so celebrated across the nation all of the great things that public works departments like Lincoln Transportation and Utilities does. We often think road construction during this time of year, but there is so much more that this team does, and it's fun to be able to celebrate all aspects of public works.
Again, I would say very underappreciated. Like you said, we think road construction, but you guys touch so many different parts of the city and different aspects of life.
We really do. Things that you never think about. Everything that we do keeps the city moving forward, whether it's streets, water, wastewater, trash, and then all the transportation needs that you need. So it's an exciting group to be a part of, and I really appreciate the opportunity to just talk more about them.
Yeah, and so again, the theme, I kind of mentioned it, people, purpose, and presence. Can you dive into that a little bit?
I'm going to make sure you keep saying that, because if I have to say people, purpose, and presence 3 times in a row,
really
I'll
hard.
never do it.
It's really hard.
The people, I think, is first and foremost, and I'm glad that that's the lead into the theme this year, because with the about 600 employees that we have at LTU, we have so much. We always see the construction workers, we see the people out there, but there are so many other career opportunities at LTU. We have accountants, we have communication specialists, we have planners and engineers, we have technicians and GIS people. So there are so many things that go on behind the scene that you don't really see everybody.
We're just seeing really the tail end of all the projects is actually, there's a ton of
Yes.
planning. I can barely put together like an IKEA desk with the instructions in front of me. You guys have to go through so much more.
There is so many. I was actually just talking to a group about an upcoming project, and the plan set that they're looking at to design this street and a water main is like over 200 pages. And that's just the plans, the instructions, the IKEA table. So it is amazing how much work goes into a project.
And like you said, it's, some of the folks within LTU very visible, obviously out in the streets wearing the bright yellow vests or whatever it might be. Those folks not only working hard, but we also want to remember them too, because they're out working in the streets. We got to be careful when we're out on the roads. They're taking a little bit of a risk.
They absolutely are working out in the right of way, and with everyone in a hurry to get to different places. Cell phones are lovely until you're distracted by them and you're going to that. People don't realize we every year have a handful of people injured. Last year we had one gentleman where the pickup clipped the side mirror, clipped his shoulder, and it tore his rotator cuff. So it could have been a lot worse. We're glad it wasn't, but we do ask everyone to be safe around construction work.
Yeah, absolutely. And so, I mean, that's obviously the people, the purpose. Can you kind of go into more what that means to you as the department head?
Yes. So with this team, it's amazing. Their purpose really day in and day out, they come to work wanting to serve the community and can fix the things that need fixed, construct the new things, everything to make this community better. And it really does make the job that much easier when you have a purpose that is crucial and important. It makes it that much easier.
Yeah. I mean, again, you guys have so many different kind of buckets that you could put your people in, from, road construction to trash to water, but it's all community service driven.
It's all community service driven. It is all wanting to serve the community and make sure that the place that they live in is a place they want to live in, a place that they're proud to be a part of and have a direct impact every day.
And I think a lot of us, we all take a little bit of pride. I think oftentimes we see Lincoln show up on, top 10, whatever it is, places to live and things to be, and it's because of people like that who are working to make the city better.
They really do. They come wanting to do the best every day and wanting to serve. So it is an honor to work with such a great team. Yeah.
And so then the last one, sort of presence, kind of, a little bit of a vague, how do you find kind of your inspiration from that word?
Presence, a lot of LTU, like we've been talking about, is not in the spotlight. You don't see them, but they're there every day. And many of our team is working when most of us are home sleeping or warm, because we're out working during historic snow events. We're working overnight at 3 a.m. for water main repairs, or making sure the water treatment plant is operating, or wastewater. So they're working. We had people out mowing Mother's Day. So if it's holidays, if it's overnight, it's during a storm, when we're all home or in bed, this team is present. They're out there doing their job, serving their community. And it's just, those are just some of the behind the scenes, but we also do things that people don't think about. So you can't fight a fire without water. Everyone knows that that's pretty simple. But what if you're fighting a fire and it's 10 degrees below zero? You need somewhere to warm. We have our buses there with LFR to give them warming shelters throughout that. Or we work closely with LPD on game days or marathons because we have all of the traffic management. We're working hand in hand with them. So there's a lot of different work to serve that we're present around the community when you don't even think about it.
So what are some other maybe fun facts that people at home, again, road construction always comes to top of mind. What are some other things, fun facts about LTU that folks at home may not know?
So, easy one we always talk about, but I have to repeat it. We have 3,000 lane miles of streets here in town. So that's essentially the equivalent of driving from here to Lincoln to Times Square in New York City and back. So that's always amazing. I love telling that one. But our bus operators, they drive over 1 million miles a year. And that is a tremendous amount of driving, which is amazing. I didn't realize.
We might have to look it up. I think they could get to the moon.
It has to be close. I am certain of it. And I think one of the biggest things, we just did an internal survey, and 94% of our operators, our StarTran operators, love the job that they do because they're serving the community. And I just think, again, that goes back to the purpose and presence. But for some really mind-blowing facts, our wastewater. So every time you flush the toilet, dump something down the sink, we treated 25.3 billion gallons of wastewater in the last year. On the other end, on the water side in 2024, we treated and pumped over 14 billion gallons of water. And we also do some surprise things that most people don't think about to encourage watershed and rain gardens to prevent standing water and floods. We work with property owners and we'll give up to $2,000 for property owners to create rain gardens to help prevent standing water, those types of things. So that's an exciting project. And then I pulled one just for you. I thought you would like.
I'm excited.
In 2024, our communications team sent out more than 100 news releases to 1011 and other media to make sure that the community stays informed and up to date on all of the work that's going on across town. So
road constructions, water main breaks.
Exactly.
Snow plows, snow plow naming contests.
Fun things.
Are all of our plows named now?
Important things. We do have one more group of Name That Snowplow contests this year.
Okay.
So we are looking at doing a few more this fall.
There we go. So they could drive to the moon and back.
Can they?
I looked it up. Also 14 billion gallons of water.
14 billion.
That would fill 14,000 Olympic swimming pools.
That's just Lincoln.
That's just Lincoln.
For clean drinking water. It's amazing
and again,
how much
something
water
we take probably for granted. You just turn the faucet on, put the cup in there, and take a drink, and we're like, we're good.
If you think
it's
about
not the case everywhere.
The first 5 things you do every morning before you get out of bed, it could not happen without LTU.
And I think a lot of people maybe take for granted million versus billion. Million, maybe we can kind of comprehend, but billion is That's 1,000 million. That's a lot.
It is a lot. It is a lot. And we don't even have 1 billion people in Lincoln. So that just tells you how much water we're all using.
I think I did see, though, we just passed 300,000 people, though, in Lincoln.
We did.
That was we should have had a party.
Maybe 350,000.
Maybe 350,000. Or maybe like just an even 500,000 or something.
That could be. We could do that.
We'll come back in 40 years or whatever it'll take, and we'll get there. Well, I would like to say thank you again to all the construction workers, all the people treating the water, the wastewater, taking my trash, all of it. It's really wonderful, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Yeah. Anything else you want to, since you're here, kind of your soapbox, do you want to take a minute to...
I really do just encourage people, going back to what we were talking about at the beginning, check out our projects page. There are so many projects going on across the community. It's exciting to see all of the work done. And if you're wondering when your street's going to get done, you can look out into future years as well, and we continue to add there. So check out, go to the City of Lincoln page, type in projects, and it'll take you to our
right there
to our page.
Easy peasy, easy to find. That's half the battle sometimes. I was looking for a story that I knew was on our website, and I could not find it, so I almost gave up.
I know. It should be easier, and I hope this page makes it easier.
I think it does. Well, Liz, thank you so much for coming in, hanging out with us today. We certainly appreciate it. Thanks, as always, to everyone who tunes in and watches. Again, make sure you keep it tuned to 1011, both on air and online, for all of the latest. And until next time, hope everyone has a nice Thursday.
1011 News is everywhere. Download our smart TV apps and follow us